is up, everyone? Tech here, back with another tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make kind of a more soft melancholic instrumental. So get started here. The BPM's at 112, and this is something I recorded on my acoustic guitar. It is in E minor. So first off, what I did when I started, it was off tempo a little bit, so I turned the metronome on. And Ableton has this kind of warp feature here where it places these markers where it thinks that the notes should be. But what I did is I physically went in, found what I wanted, and moved it where I wanted it. So if we take a listen to this. Beautiful, right? So I'm not going to be going through the full mixing process for this video. I'll go through more mixing tutorials later. But I did some light mixing here. I threw an EQ on, did a little peak compression, then a little bit more of a not so subtle compression, and then I gain staged it. Oh, a little reverb as well. But this is an E minor, so we will have this go right. Alright, so then we'll throw a little pad. I threw a little pad on here, came up with a chord progression in E minor. It follows the guitar chords. So for that, I just threw a little EQ on, I compressed it a little bit, and gain staged it. I made it a little bit quieter than the guitar. So we will throw some hi-hats on, and we'll make our scale for it in case I want to do some rolls. So minor scale, whole half, whole half, whole. I will grab all of them, bring them over, an octave up, an octave down. Let's get a little regular step going here. Throw a little snare on the 3. Alright, next we can throw some, throw a little 808 on there. Make our scale here, E minor. An octave up and an octave down. This next step is very important, see, because we're playing an E note. That's what we think we're doing. Producers, always tune your 808s. Always. Pull up a tuner here. We'll see it's not playing E, it's playing A. There we go. Come up with a little 808 pattern. Throw a little glide up here maybe. But for glides in Ableton, you just slightly bring it over. It's not like FL. And then there's an option here. The sample will pop up. You go to Controls, Glide. And let's take a listen. I'm hearing it go down though. And again, this is more of a beginner tutorial. Mess around with the hi-hats a little bit. Alright, so for this rhythm, or for the main melody, I should say, I'm going to throw a sidechain compressor on, because I want to hear that snare a little bit more. So we'll throw the compressor on, click this little arrow here, sidechain, and we will go to the snare. We'll bring this threshold down a little bit. And what the sidechain compression is doing is, so exactly at the, oh, sorry, I'll turn the attack down too. So exactly when the snare hits, the audio from this main melody is going to duck out just in time for that snare to pop in there. It's hard to even notice it unless you have it all the way down. You hear it? Alright, so what I like to do is start to where it's too much and then go to where it's just right. I think it's about time we throw a kick on. I'll have this kick match up with the 808s. All right. Next, to make our 808s a little bit more thumpier, so where there's more of like a knock to it, we can actually sidechain the kick to the 808s. So again, same thing as we did up with the main melody. We're going to turn the attack all the way down and start from where it's too much and go to where it's just right. So next we always need a riser, and for like these soft beats, I always like to use kind of like a more, not a big whoosh, do a triangle, a reverse triangle. Here's a regular triangle. Now if we reverse it. And that's obviously way too loud. So now we can do a little bit of gain staging. A lot of people, they just get all the composition and arrangement done before they do the gain staging. But for me, it just bugs me if I have any amount of distortion at all whatsoever. So we'll go to this triangle, throw a quick EQ on it. Throw a utility on it, find out how loud it is. This is a free plugin with Splice. Alright, that's way too loud. Perfect. Then we'll throw a little bit of reverb on it. Perfect. And then hi-hats are way too loud as well. So we'll throw a little EQ on there. Get rid of any low end if there is any. Throw a utility on it. Box angle span. Check the gain of it. Alright, we can turn that down a couple decibels. See what's going on with the snare over here. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Throw utility on it. See what the gain is with span. It's actually a little quiet. We can actually, and again, this is everybody's preferences. Everybody has their own preferences on this. To give it also a kind of more mellow sound, we can also cut off the high end a little bit. So what it would be without the high end, or with the high end. Okay, and then if we bring it down a little bit, see how it has kind of has like that lo-fi feeling. And these 808s are ridiculously loud as well. Throw utility on here. Down a couple decibels, and then this kick. And the same thing with the snare. If we take out the high ends a little bit, that'll also give it more of a softer sound to it. I'm just putting this high pass on it to get rid of any sub. So this will be with the high end. And if I take the high end down a little bit, almost sounds like a heartbeat. Throw the utility on again. Check the gain of it. Alright, and then we will also throw another sidechain compressor on the main melody. That way we can hear the kick a little bit more because there's not as much high end. Not an EQ. A compressor. Oh, get out of here. Much better. Now we can go do a little arrangement here. So this will be your intro. Transition here again with the triangle, but we can duplicate it and go back to how it was, so it's kind of like a, you'll see what I mean. That's right, I recorded some more electric up here. So then this would be your hook right here, and then we will we'll duplicate that, so this would be your verse. And we're going to want to create some space here. That's just what I like to do. Perfect. So a good little transition I like to do is cut everything out for a little bit, have the snare hit, and then have everything come back. So alright, so then this would be a transition into your first verse. some space here. I like to bring a couple other elements back, so I'll throw the pad in there. Bring the hi-hats back. Maybe have my other counter melody that I recorded. I gotta fix this kick pattern quick. For this last little part of the verse, I like to make a lot more space and send a lot of it actually up higher. So I'll throw this melody over here again, this counter melody, maybe do things like I talked about in my other video when it comes to sampling. We pitch this up an octave. That's beautiful, but we're going to turn the volume down on this a little bit. Alright, and then have this reverse triangle come in. My computer likes me enough. Let me copy and paste it. Go. Take what we did here for the hook. Alright, and then here's the full beat. Thanks for joining me today. If you'd like more tutorials, I'm definitely going to be uploading more. If you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments. If you like what you saw, maybe give me a little subscribe.